We're going to debut a new segment. It's called True False. Never been done before, just so you know. No one ever in TV or radio has ever done a segment called True False. So we're going to debut it today.
That's true.
Tyler is true. Tyler is going to give us a true false, and then we will give a true false and do it why. You know how this works, Black. Ready?
I do.
All right, Tyler, what do you got, buddy?
All right, so I have to say something before we start this. John asked me, he said, hey, come up with some true or false questions, and we'll do them on the air. And then he sends me true or false questions and says, hey, here's some extra ones. John, I got to be honest. This feels like you're getting the answers to the test before we start. This is a little bit cheating.
Well, I mean listen, sometimes you got to lead your witness into the answer that you want to give, right? Well, I mean, listen, you're very much a straightforward sports guy, and I'm not necessarily, so I have to add some of the other nonsense in there. So I think we have a good mix of stuff. So
stay on TZ. Stay on them.
All right, let's do it. So I will. Now my question is, do I have to tell you if these are my questions or your questions, or I'm just firing and figure out?
You're firing whatever you're going to yell at. That you don't have to ask all the questions. You can do whatever you want to. You start it off true, false, give it.
All right.
I'll lead first, and then we'll alternate with Black Gritty answering first next time.
All right, so let's start with some baseball questions. We'll get to the NFL in just a second. The Phillies currently have the number one record or number one seed in Major League Baseball. They have 88 wins and 58 losses. The Dodgers are 87 and 59, a game back. 16 games left, guys. At the end of the season, true or false, the Phillies will be the number one overall seed in the National League.
Yeah, I'll say true, just because I with their starting pitching and the schedule down the stretch isn't necessarily easy, but their starters, this team is where they are right now because they have a good team across the board. But when you have Zach Wheeler and even Aaron Nola and Chris Sanchez, and I'm holding my breath with Ranger Suarez, but you look at that rotation and the bullpen has been in lockdown mode. I think they get the number one seed, and I think we're going to be watching the first round of the playoffs here, and the Phillies are going to be hosting anybody that they play. At least they're going to have home field advantage in anybody that they play. BG?
I'm going to say true for more selfish reasons. Before the season started, I believed everything they said in springtime. They were talking about winning the division. I got money on 98 wins, and I'm trying to get in under that wire and collect this money. So, yes, it's true. It better be true. Please, help my kid out for Christmas. It's got to be true. That's what I feel in my heart. The truth is that, yes, we need it. I need them wins.
You need the money. That's understandable.
The Phillies need to also keep the pressure on the rest of the league and keep Philadelphia happy and calm, too. It's not just about me, people. It's not just about me, but it's true.
98 wins requires 10-6 for you, BG.
Hey,
is 10-6 doable over the last 16 games?
When you say it out loud, it stresses me out. just let me live my life. You know what I mean? 10-6 is easy. We got that in the bag. Make it 11-5, so I don't have to sweat it. You know what I mean? 11-5.
All right, one more Phillies question, and then we'll do a couple MLB. We'll get to the NFL, all that. Ranger, true or false? Ranger Suarez will start the Phillies' third playoff game. Now, it doesn't matter if it's in the DS or a wild card. He will be the game 3 that they play, maybe not necessarily game 3 of a series. He will be their third starting pitcher in the postseason.
Black Gritty?
True. He's Ranger in the postseason is a man on fire, and I believe that when the lights shine the brightest, he will come back to his form that he started the season off with, that he left us with in the postseason last year. I'm not going to stop believing in him just because he's got a little. Everybody else has a little lull. Alvarado's coming back right now, so yes, 100%. Let's go.
I will say false, and I would actually say that he may get squeezed depending on the series. If they need a fourth starter in a series, he's going to be that guy. I think his versatility in the bullpen is something that I don't know if you can do that with Chris Sanchez. Here's what I would do. Wheeler, Sanchez, Nola, Ranger, Suarez. It breaks up the lefties, so you go right, left, right, left. Sanchez is just a better pitcher. He has better stuff. Now, if Ranger Suarez in the last 2 or 3 starts that he has this season, the velocity goes back up and he's missing bats, all right, then we can have a conversation. That's not happening right now. So, I mean, Rob Thompson's a player's manager. He ultimately may decide to do it. It wouldn't be the right move. He should not be the third starter.
That's the other reason I was thinking, because he is stick with his guys. With his guys.
He does. He sticks with his guys.
All right, one final baseball question, then we'll get to some football and some other stuff. Currently sitting in his age 32 season and about to end his age 32 season. True or false? I'm not going to give you how many he has just because I want to see your immediate reaction. True or false, Aaron Judge will get to 500 career home runs?
That's true. He's going to get the 500 home runs. He's too damn big, and he's been staying healthy. When he was in here, I guess a couple months ago now, and the Phillies weren't playing well. This dude, 6'8", he plays center field, and he's got this amazing power. The season he's having this year is an all-time historic type season. Can he continue to produce like this into his 30s? Well, the next 4 years, he's probably going to have enough home runs to pass 500. So I say that's true.
It's 100% true, and I don't want to say it. I don't want to agree with everything you said, but he is just the juggernaut in baseball. He is an adult man. He's like Shaq out there, and I just like the power that he has. I hate the Yankees, but I can't deny his greatness and his presence, and every time he steps up to the plate, you're afraid. So it's true.
Needs 192 home runs to get there. He has 308 currently. His second season in the last three, in which he's hit over 50. He's got 51 this year. Obviously, at 62 in 2022. He would need to average about 40 home runs a year for the next 5 years to get to the 500 mark plateau.
Last 4 years, 39 home runs now, 39, 62, 37, 51. If he stays healthy, he's hitting 30, minimum 35, probably 40. And like you had just said it, when you lay out how many home runs you need to average over the amount of years to hit 500, like, holy crap, that's a lot. If you average 40 home runs a year for 10 years, that doesn't get you to 500.
Yeah.
It's easy math, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
It shows you how hard it is now, if you're steroided up, that's a different story. It just shows you how hard it is to get to 500 home runs.
True or false? Bring back steroids.
False.
Dang it.
False. No, it gave fans unrealistic expectations of what players should be doing. And then when they couldn't take steroids anymore, people were like, oh, well, this sucks. Like, yeah.
I think you, BG, you have one person at this company that will agree with you. I think Jamie Lynch is in that same category.
Yeah, of course.
Because we're vibe guys. You see his feet out all the time. We're vibe guys. We just want the vibe, bro. Just trying to live that life.
All right, let's go to some Eagles and NFL questions for you here. True or false, the Eagles will have, now, obviously, no Jalen Hurts in this category passing yards. That's not fair. The Eagles will have 3,000-yard gainers this season, whether it be on the ground or through the air. They will have 3 players rack up at least 1,000 yards in their individual category.
That is 100% true. It has to happen. If Jalen Hurts is going to be everything we want him to be, it's got to be through the air, him in the pocket, and Saquon Barkley is unstoppable. So somehow, some way, he's definitely going over 1,000. AJ, it's yes. I don't even have to expound on it. Yes. Unequivocally true.
Yeah, I'm going to say false. They
How dare you?
All 3 of them would have to stay healthy for an entire season to go over 1,000 yards. And I mean, not that I'm trying to say, well, they're going to get hurt, but history will tell you that they're going to have injuries. At what point, I mean, 1,000 yards for AJ, 1,000 yards for Devontae, 1,000 yards for Swift. They did it last year, right? So they're going to have to do it again because Swift went over 1,000 yards last year. So they showed that they can do it with a lesser back. I'm a little bit worried about Saquon getting nicked up and missing a couple games. So I'll say false, but doesn't mean that they don't have. This is the best 3 that they've ever had. 2 wide receivers and a running back like this. It's the best they've ever had. It's unbelievable.
Shame on you, sir. I know it's your show, but shame on you.
That's okay. You can wag your finger at me.
All right, so this next question comes obviously with a little bit of a caveat. 5 quarterbacks were drafted in the first round this past NFL draft. Of course, J.J. McCarthy is not playing, but I'm going to keep his team in this conversation. An NFL team that true or false, an NFL team that drafted a quarterback in the first round this year will make the NFL playoffs.
Well, like Minnesota would in the North would have to, with the Packers and the Lions, would be crazy to make the playoffs. And by the way, I know you're a Sam Darnold guy, Tyler. Sam Darnold sucks. Right, like by the fifth
Darnold guy.
But the fifth, I thought you were. By the 5th week of the season, they're going to be talking about who the hell they can get to replace him.
No, what I said
do they
about
even qualify?
Huh?
Do they even qualify?
So yes, that's the caveat is they took J.J. McCarthy in the first round, but
well, I
Sam
mean,
Darnold.
but I mean, really, the spirit of the question is what rookie quarterbacks is going to take the
Correct.
is going to take the team. I mean, who are we talking about here? Because I mean, is Penix going to be playing before the end of the regular season? Probably. Kirk Cousins doesn't look like he's.
Oh, you know what? I lied. There are 6 teams. 6 rookie quarterbacks were taken in the first round. I forgot about Michael Penix.
Denver's not making the playoffs. Who else are we talking about here?
It's going to be the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, they could. I don't buy into the Bears being a playoff team this year. I know it's a sexy thing to do. It's like, oh, the Bears, and they won the first game despite Caleb Williams not playing well at all. I think he's going to be fine. He's going to be good this year. But all right, so you say the Bears.
If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be them. Their defense can drag him along.
Good defense.
And help him out. Love being injured helps them tremendously. The NFC is good, but not great. And it's weird how fluky teams sneak in. So if anybody's going to do it, I'm just saying it's going to be the Bears.